Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your July 2025 reading. We're going to get started by getting the overall feel for the month of July. So, what are we working with, Spirit? We're starting with, okay, some heavy energy. We got the Eight of Swords. Okay. You don't see something clearly. You're feeling a lot more trapped and restricted than you'd like to be. But again, in this picture, it's just an illusion. She sees herself as a lot more restricted than she is. So something's plaguing the mind. And then we got the Three of Swords. Maybe you're trapped in a painful situation here because the heartache is very real, very raw. You're actually really going through it right now. So I get the feeling right off the bat that there's a need to let yourself feel something that is very painful. You have to relinquish control over this and let it in a way. Something that has caused heartache because you're feeling trapped by this feeling. And I understand Gemini is more of the mind, and heavy emotion is not an easy task for you to move through. But there's also a side note coming in with this heart. You might feel a lot of stress right now as well that's causing some pain. It doesn't necessarily mean a breakup or anything or heartache. It just, from a love perspective, it feels like many people are needing your energy or needing your attention. You feel like you're being pulled in many different directions. This is what sometimes I read this card where it's being mended back together. This feels like your heart's being pulled in like many different directions by these strings, okay? Yet you feel binded at the same time. Like there's this push and pull kind of energy between these two cards right now. It's a little bit difficult to deal with in July, but the initial message here, I think, is you need to actually feel those feelings to get some relief from this push-pull. I'm going to grab one more card to clarify. Oh gosh, okay. Two of Swords. There's a decision to be made there, Gemini. Okay? If it was in reverse like this, I'd say at least you can think on it, but something needs your attention right away. I guess that's why there's this push-pull. You're like, if I do something, others are affected. But if I don't, then I'm affected. Like there's this push-pull between your inner needs and your outer responsibilities, I'm assuming, okay? Or what it feels like. But let's get you a blessing card. What? We need some blessings for Gemini. I got decisions to make because they're in a push-pull. So what blessings do you have that could help, Spirit? 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Something about your family life is a blessing to you right now, as something else is really making it hard for you to make a decision. At least in your home life, there is serenity, peace, stability. Well, as you can see in the picture here, with the dog and the kids, and they're having a celebration. There's wholeness within the family unit, which is nice. Maybe draw on family time to help kind of ease some of this struggle, okay? With whatever it is you're dealing with outside the family, okay? Because it might leak over into your family time, okay, some of this negative energy, and you don't want to project onto your family what's going on. I would say speak to a loved one about your feelings, especially with this Three of Swords. But I would be careful not to project too much, okay, because this is a nice card to come up for your blessings. Now, some challenges. Okay, Gemini. You already got a lot challenging you, but let's see what else is on the table. Okay, so you got the Fool in reverse. Right away, I'm thinking about this Two of Swords. Don't go into this blindsided. The Fool goes with the flow, right? Whatever comes my way, I'm easygoing and I'll be flexible. Not in July, it's in reverse. So there has to be a solid choice about something. Maybe it's about work, maybe it's about your social life, maybe it's about an old habit you want to give up. Whatever it is, you need information and to have clear vision of both positives and negatives, or pros and cons of each side, okay? So keep that in mind, that's the challenge. Even though you kind of feel like you want some escapism right now, because this is heavy energy, and Geminis, again, are not the, this isn't you're not a water sign. Water signs enjoy feeling the emotions and stuff. You're more of a thinker, but there is some heavy energy that needs to be addressed, and you do need to use your emotions to get through it, okay? Okay, let's take a look at what the advice Spirit has for you to work through some of this Fool energy that's the challenge. Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, it feels a little blocked. I'm going to get a clarifier. New creative beginnings on hold. Why, Spirit? Nine of Wands. Okay. It feels like whatever is causing you this extreme emotional heaviness and pain, along with feeling restricted and trapped, okay? You're sticking by it, as this lady is in the picture. For some reason, you like this comfort zone. However, you don't like this comfort zone. You're very one way and then another about it, okay? So it feels like that's the one choice on this side, or excuse me, on this side, okay, is sticking by the tried and true, or you have this Ace of Wands. It's in reverse right now, but it's the second choice, and it's a new creative outlet, a new chance to possibly utilize what skills you do have, but in a new way, okay? An unknown, unfamiliar, new space. But until you make this decision, this opportunity will stay blocked, okay? Something has to end for something new to begin, right? And you standing by this decision causes you this, okay? You will decide. I'll leave that open to your interpretation, but that's what's coming through here. So just understand there's tried and true, and at least you know where you stand, and maybe you can work through some of this hard energy with new ways of working through the old, or you have this new Ace of Wands coming in that could be upright if you let go of the current situation, okay? But remember, Gemini, you need to make a decision, okay, for July going forward, okay? And it might be the best for your family. Try to feel out what's the best for your family, but what's best for you as well, okay? There needs to be some introspection in July to help you really navigate this, because I really feel, even though you don't like whatever this situation is, you're standing by it for there's some reason that you're pulled. Remember I said there's that push-pull? There's still something that pulls you to it, okay? But let's close the reading with an old saying. Oh, my light, okay. An old saying, my friends. All right, Gemini, what'd you get? There we go. Even the longest nights will end and the sun will rise. Okay. This is a perfect description of what's going on here with this. Even the longest nights will end. Okay? And the sun will rise. So either way, whatever you choose, Gemini, going forward, it's always important to remember with choices, the sun will rise anyway, whichever way you go. And I think I'll just pull one more card. Just a second. Okay, Gemini, I got my angel deck. We're going to close the reading with one of the angel's messages that are going to come through. Okay. All right, angels, what message do you have for Gemini in this situation for July? Okay. Rochelle says, as you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. Okay. So I said a little earlier, this might have something to do with finances. Okay. But Rochelle is absolutely telling you to follow your heart in this situation. If this is how you're feeling, with one way taking you one direction, but your heart is actually also suggesting new and unknown, unfamiliar ground, but it feels like it could be something that brings you prosperity, then perhaps that's the path for you, okay? But you must honor and follow your heart. And I also said at the beginning, Gemini is more of a thinker. But maybe this is great practice for you to really connect with your soul on a heart level, okay? And anyway, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading. It was a little all over the place because I really feel like you're trying to decipher in your mind like which way to go, and there's just a lot of mental activity, but a lot of heavy heart energy that needs to be worked through. And it feels like you want to do the best for others, but you want to do the best for yourself. I can feel it, like there's a lot of mental fog. So again, I think what will give you clarity is following your heart in this instance, okay? And anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it gave you some clarity for July. And I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.